Hi everyone, this is Dr. Rekha. Today we are going to learn about book review. As George R. Martin says, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. So you can see how the reading is important and how it makes a man aware, informed, and full. So today we are going to learn about this. So in this presentation we are going to understand that why a book review is important and what is book review, its structure, and how we can write a book review, its template, and some tips regarding book review. So first is why we need this book review. See, writing book review is not a easy task. It's not a tip of the tongue. It needs proper reading habits, analytical and writing skills as well. Most of us, whether individuals, libraries, publisher, editors, won't buy or publish or edit books unless they have read a review. Okay, you can see over 85% of all Amazon Kindle readers rely heavily on book reviews before making an online order to have the copy of the book. And even in general also, we buy anything after getting the review of that. Even sometimes we ask to our neighbors, you get this thing and how's your experience, and then we buy. So we do book reviews in daily life also, although that is for some other thing. Here we are discussing about the book review. More reviews equal more sales for authors and more informed readers. So if there will be more reviews of a book, so obviously the sale of that book will be high and the readers will be informed with various aspects of the book. It doesn't take much to write a few lines about a book you read, and even less time to like a review. So what is this book review? A book review is not a mere statement, mere summary of liking or disliking. Rather, it's a form of literary criticism. Criticism, as you know, criticism means positive as well as negatives, or commentary in which a book is analyzed based on the content, style, merit, or demerits. Okay, so we analyze everything about that book. That is called a book review. It can be a personal opinion, it can be a summary review, or it may be a scholarly review. It allows the reader to enter into dialogue and discussion with the work's creator, means the author, and with other audiences. The reader can offer agreement or disagreement. The reader can bring the strength and weakness of the book and identify the deficiencies or the strength of work in its knowledge, judgment, and organization. So it is the reader who gives birth to the writing. So this is the structure of a book review. Most book reviews follow this simple or universal structure. So the first thing is introduction and identification, in which the reader tries to know about the context of the book, author's thesis, and structure of the book and its readers. Then he tries to evaluate. What he evaluates? Summary of author's individual arguments. He tries to analyze, tries to understand the author's argument in the book. He tries to know the accuracy level of the book. Up to datedness means the contemporariness of the book, the source used to justify the author's stance. Okay, and in the last, when the reader evaluates, he is able to conclude or give a response. So he gives his final opinion about the book, its implications, what issues the book raise and what issues are omitted, the effect of the book, yeah, overall impression of the book, and its his recommendations. So this is all about the structure of a book, which is the introduction, evaluation, and conclusion. Now, before writing a book, we need some pre-reading. During reading, we should pay attention to the introduction, preface, abstract, and summaries, because it gives a quick view of the overview of the book. It's like a window shopping. Then we should have a look on contents and book structure. Sometimes the author tries to give his message through the pics, diagrams, tables. So in this way we are able to know the strategy of the author. Then we should have a knowledge of the characters, who are the major characters, who are the minor characters, and what's their role in the book, and do you empathize with them. Then we have a key ideas, we have a knowledge of the key idea or the main idea, motive, theme of the book, and which makes it good, different, or groundbreaking. Then every book has some touchy lines or quotes. How by reading the book we can demonstrate author's talent by a quote only. After reading, now we have proper evaluation. It's a time of implementation. So we must establish a background, remember our audience, use your notes to evaluate the book, the minor principal characters, decide what recommendations you would make to readers. So it's a time to make recommendations about the different aspects and major themes of the book. Then we must include the readability of the book. What did the book appeal to you on an emotional or logic way? How does this work compare with others by the same author or other books in the same genre? So these are some steps of book review. The first and foremost is the choose a book. So first and foremost thing is to choose a book of your choice which you want to review. Then we must have some planning. In planning, what you will do, we try to know the plot or the summary or the story of the book. Then we try to know the writing techniques or writing strategies used by the author. Then we try to know about the characters, and in this way we do the planning. Then comes the introduction. In the introduction, we try to mention about the title and author's name. We also try to talk about the cover of the book. All these things we try to do in the introductory part of a book review. Then we have body of the review, in which we try to include famous quotes of the book in your own words, and we try to explain those quotes with our own point of view. Then we have conclusion, in which we summarize all the quotations, explanations, and we try to analyze. We give a overall impression of the book. We try to recommend that is the book is worth reading or not. So we do all these things, and at last we have rate of rate the book also. We can rate as we do in the online reviews. Then this is a template. On the basis of the steps, we have this template that first and foremost thing is to write the bibliographic information about the author, about the book. Then we have introduction, book's purpose, genre and potential significance. We try to know the book's purpose, its genre and significance, statement about the author, then place the book in a context. Then we have our overall evaluation. Then we try to summarize the book's beginning, giving details which provide the context of the author's conflict. Then we can have we also extend our summary and about the later parts or later chapters of the book, showing how the author has related her own experiences to the experiences of others and to the philosophies that were dominating the religion at that time when the book was written. Reviewer indicating the value for readers interested in research on the development of and change in faith. Here he tries to develop the faith or interest of the readers. Then we have further evaluation, some weakness and omissions of the book we can tell. Then restatement, overall impression and recommendation, and you may give some references also according to the APA or MLA style sheets. Then we have some writing tips. It is advisable to write book reviews about fiction. Always avoid comparing. Opinion matters. So always book review means you are reviewing, so always give your opinions, that matters a lot. Refer to templates, it gives a clear idea, so follow a template for writing a book review. Don't be afraid to criticize, use positivity, try to present a balanced argument about the value of book for its audience. Always give, don't be biased, always give a balanced argument. As Roland Barthes says, the birth of a reader must be at the cost of the death of the author. So it's the reader who gives birth to a text by his interpretations. So be a reader, be a reviewer. Thanks.